It's an exhilarating feeling, scaring yourself. Just like the possibility that, I don't know, there's just danger. There's danger and your heart races and the adrenaline you get kind of. So that's kind of appealing to me, I guess. I'm a fan of scaring myself, which is kind of strange.
The horror film genre is gory, grotesque, controversial, and there's so many different elements to it. People have a hard time stomaching a lot of it, and yet for me, I'm able to do that, and there's almost a sort of shame that comes with that. How can someone watch such vile content? That's what I intend to do. I intend to find out why it is that I can watch these films and not be bothered by it.
It brings out certain adrenaline flows and fear factors that people crave. It's a bit of an adrenaline rush in some ways. And I think they crave that. When I was in the police force, working on the streets and stuff, I was involved in stuff that paralleled some of the movies that I saw. It made it a lot more real. And after the fact, it brings back, I see a certain scene or a certain type of movie, and it's almost like a flashback to certain events that I've lived through and experienced. You know, I've saw, heard, smelt, and tasted, and it's a very visceral feeling, and I'd have to leave.
Well, for me, I don't live a very scary life. I don't, apart from occasionally getting in troubles with people and stuff, I don't, it's not likely that all of a sudden I'm going to get murdered, you know, like, not very likely, it could happen, but, you know, it's not that likely that someone's going to pick you out and pursue you based on your lineage, your family, or you know, your religion and stuff.
There is a point where certain types of films maybe remove you from reality a little bit, and particularly with younger people, they can't separate reality from fiction, and I think that's the danger of some of the horror films that are out there.
I don't know, it's fantasy. I mean, why do people like fantasy movies and stuff like that? But it's not a fantasy for everybody. But it's not that relatable. I think psychologically it can be relatable to people when they watch it through deeper urges that they might not want to express or may not want to admit that they enjoy. And it really depends on what kind of movie you're talking about, because when you say horror, like I was saying, so many genres, and some of them get super dark, and some of the older ones get really dark.
Putting on a good classic horror film and getting carried away in another world, that's appealing to me. Boundaries of the imagination are limitless, and you get to kind of go into that darker world and push the boundaries. And we all do it. And if you don't do it, you should. Because it's good for you.
I love you, baby, and I've been thinking all night. Your arms around me in a bed satin wide. I wanna give it all to you. Show my love is really true. Daddy's right, my cherry's right. In the morning, my baby lying, make me no distress. Her folks and body crying, take me from this place. Took my only girl from this lonely world to the graveyard she became. My great dog queen, she's cold and mighty lean. She's got that moment, she When the wind